Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Daily Huddle with me, Life Coach FranETN. This week we're talking accountability. We're talking personal accountability, and today we're going to talk through the difference between responsibility and accountability, and then a 4-step process where you can take more accountability in your life now. So first, difference between responsibility and accountability. Because we talked yesterday about how or accountability is taking responsibility for something, right? So, but both require some level of ownership, and responsibility is taking ownership over activities. So, someone who is responsible is great with to-do lists, right? They get things done. They complete tasks. You can trust them. You can trust them to get the work done, to get, they get through the day well, they get things done, right? So great at tasks, someone who takes ownership of activities. Accountability is someone who takes ownership of results. So beyond just taking responsibility for what needs to be done in that moment, someone who's accountable understands the bigger picture and what we're working towards, and takes responsibility even when those things don't go well. So, because they're not just responsible for doing the thing, they're responsible for accomplishing something. So, someone who's responsible when shit goes wrong is going to say, but I did everything right. I did what I was told. I followed the directions. I did everything right. I did everything I could. Whereas someone who's accountable is going to be more reflective of what were the results I was going after, what happened, how could, they're going to take more responsibility around every aspect versus just the things they were supposed to do. So, responsibility, accountability. So, a responsible person, I think of someone who wants a clean house versus an accountable person who wants a happy home. So a clean house has tasks. I'm going to check off the box. A happy home requires definition. It requires to understand what happy means. I think oftentimes we are checking off a list to create clean houses, instead of happy homes, right? So how do you take more accountability in your everyday life? So you have that happy home where you have that accountability or ownership over results and not just the hamster wheel of activities. So number one is understanding what you're working for. So clarity around what you want and what you're going towards. If you don't know what you're working for, you're always going to be checking boxes off the list, and you won't know what success looks like. Like, it'll just feel like you're constantly going towards short-term goals and accomplishing those, but it's never going to feel like fulfillment. You're never going to feel like you've reached anywhere because you don't even know where you're going in the first place, right? So what results do you want to see? What do you want out of the things that you are doing? And that means everything. What do you want as a mother? What do you want as a wife? What do you want as an entrepreneur? What do you want to be as a leader? What do you want to be as a friend? All of these things. What are you going towards? And are you just checking off boxes? So understand what you're working towards, number one. Number two, don't blame. When things go wrong, don't point the finger. You end up just giving up your power. It's just such a useless activity to do. You play the victim, you pass the buck. Number two, do not blame. Number three, look in the mirror. So ask yourself, how can I take responsibility here? So responsibility for that specific situation, right? What part did I play? And also ask the people involved for feedback, especially when there are shared goals in your home, in your relationships. There are multiple people in your relationship, so you both should be working towards the same goal and understand it in the same way. So when there's a break, when things go wrong, you can assess that situation, right? And then finally, create a solution. And means a solution that is within your control. Don't try to fix something else or someone else. You have to figure out a solution that either involves something about yourself that you can do differently or a system that you have control over. So, a system in your home that needs to be different because, it's stressing you out or whatever the situation is, but it's something that you can control and you can only ever control yourself, and not other people. So, are you responsible or accountable at work and at home? And how can you add more accountability to your life? Thank you so much for watching the Daily Huddle with me, Life Coach FranETN. That's all I have for you today on the difference between responsibility and accountability, and then the 4-step process to help you take more accountability now. Every week I pick a theme, and every day we discuss a topic under Better Every Day, because we don't hope to live a good life, we work to live our very best life. I'll see you here bright and early tomorrow to continue our conversation on accountability. Give yourself an amazing day.